hold up. Action cut. Listen, family, I'm here today with one of my favorite OGs that I met in this new area that I'm in, and his name is Don, the real Don Dada, man. One thing I want to stress before we start anything, y'all see I have the jungle juice right here. Get your jungle juice today, family. Listen, I had somebody that was high risk diabetes. They hopped on my jungle juice. I killed that high risk diabetes in 2 months. It left their body in 2 months. Them just doing this juicing for 5 days out the week and buying my juicing. You tell me the combination you want, I can make it happen. You tell me you want wrinkles, testosterone boost. You want to feel better. You want to be more energized. Females, gut health. I can make it happen. So Don, tell the family about yourself, man.
Yeah. It's your boy. Wait a minute. Yeah. It's your boy Big Don, aka Don Beetle the Boss. You already know. Back again. Yo, I am out here in Pville. Pville 100 is my IG. I'm out here in Pville from Philly. Moved out here in 2020. I'm home. You know what I mean? I'm home. I didn't see me mountaintop.
So one thing I love about here is the mountains and the greenery, and I'm just loving how it's so out of the loop. You get what I'm saying? Like, we could really be low key out here without just like problems like, like you've been in Philly, I've been in Philly. Like, being in Philly, man, this shit that happening every single day. Like, sometimes you can't even dodge it. You can't even dodge it for real. So we could put that in instance. But a good topic that I want to lay on just for my men. Because this is a topic that men really need to stress about. And not only stress about, but we got to put more men onto this topic just so they can live a better life with these females. So, Don, why do you feel like females are so masculine right now? What's the problem? What's going on?
Wow. It's listen, I can get into it. It goes way back 400 plus years. But to make a long story short, women, particularly women of certain ethnic groups, have had to become more masculine via programming. That's something we can get into. But if you want to check that out, the Willie Lynch doctrine, go back and read that. And it'll explain it.
The Willie Lynch doctrine was great.
Yeah. That was I read that about 20 years ago, and once I read that, bro, it stuck. It stuck. I got it.
So it's like society is trying to figure out how can we demasculate the men culture? How can we make men less of what they are in a household? Because being a man comes with a lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility is getting a lot of things done. So how about we target the person that can get the most done in the household? Nothing towards females, but you guys understand what I'm saying. So what I think is going on is their favorite way to demasculate men is to have these celebrities and these top people consistently say, I don't need a man. Consistently say, I don't need a man to live. Consistently say, I don't need a man to raise my children. I could raise my children myself. And this is the big problem. And the way they forced this agenda was, like you said, with the programming, basically letting celebrities kind of push it. What they talk in these songs, like, now, like, you a bad bitch. You don't need no man. You don't need nobody. You can just do it all by yourself. But then when things hit the fan, now you're bashing the man for not being in your life or even the kid's life. But you didn't push them away because you wanted to be the man of the household. Listen, women, if you want to be the man of the household, don't be mad when the man leaves the household. Period. If you want to be the man, don't be mad when he leaves. Be the man. Yo, hey, be the man. You better toughen that shit up. You see, we got to toughen it up. It's your turn now. Listen, fellas. Do not let society make you insecure as a man to make you feel like you're not doing enough all because you have a female at home trying to be more masculine than you. And that's supposed to be your piece.
Let me tap in on that. A couple things, right? like you said, society. But what it boils down to, bro, on the real is controlling what you absorb. Okay, I sat with a dude, a Jehovah Witness boy, and when I have questions just about life in general, I tap back in with this dude. He's a Jehovah Witness, been a Jehovah Witness as long as I've known him, and I've known him about 30 years. But we were sitting and we was having a conversation. This was over 20 years ago. Yeah, niggas probably like 20 years ago. How old is this old nigga? I'm 52. But we sat down at the table, and he said, bro, you know, I'm a gamer. Not me, but this is what he said. He says, I'm a gamer. I like hip hop. But from the word of God, what I realize is we got to watch what we absorb, what we allow into our brain. And he expanded on that. And this is what he said. He said with music, movies, media, social media, they're pushing a certain agenda. They're pushing a certain agenda. He said, so imagine your brain as a sponge. He said, if you soak that sponge in urine, a cup of urine, and then squeeze it out, what is that sponge going to give you? Urine. He says, now, if you take that same sponge and instead soak it in pure water and squeeze it out, that sponge gives pure water. Mm-hmm. So, the point is, be careful what you let your mind absorb, because when you're squeezed, when you're pressured, that's what you're going to get. So if we want to talk about, you know, demasculinity and what social media and what celebrities are doing, we got to take blame for that. If you're allowing your mind to absorb that, then you're partially at fault. Turn that shit off. Skip. You know what I mean?
Like, look, and it's so funny. Like, the Matt is like, bro, they're so strategic. When it comes to the demasculinity, it is so strategic. They didn't make, like, what you guys don't understand is CIA runs a lot of these rappers. Literally. A lot of these rappers are behind the CIA, everything. They're just literally puppets. And the crazy thing about it all, what people aren't looking at is how they made, now it's oh, he big, he got muscles. I got a gun for him.
Bro, can we take a quick commercial break?
Yes.
You want to?
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because I realized we cool.
Oh.
It's alright. I ain't hit record.
That's still like a good amount. We are back, action. So let's get off to where we left off. So listen, now the CIA made rappers push. Remember, they gotta push it through the biggest influences just to make all the people come. So now the CIA got rappers pushing the agenda. Oh, he got muscles, he can fight. I just need a gun. Demasculation. Now these little kids, these men are growing up saying, I don't need to go to the gym. I don't need to do no push-ups every day. I don't need to work on my character. I don't need to be strong and built. I don't need to be militant. I don't need to be fully endurance. All I need is a gun and I can end everything.
Yeah. Listen, bro, we can sit here and tap in on these kind of conversations all day. You're right. There's also another reason.
Talk to me.
Why our youth are gun happy, right? And I'm gonna go back to the 70s.
Okay.
70s and 80s when I was born and raised Johnson Home Projects, 27th and Ridge, JHP, baby. We was raised, and if you ran in the house because a bigger motherfucker was on your heels, your mom or whoever was in the house said, you better go back the fuck out there and fight, or you're going to get your ass whooped when you come in here.
100.
All right? So that was one. Secondly, we got our ass whipped at home. I mean, we didn't get abused,
100.
but if we fucked up, we got that strap. If our uncles knew we fucked up, we got body beat a little something. Yeah. We slap box with our uncles. We slap box. So we were raised differently. We were raised understanding that a little physical pain to be redirected isn't as horrible as they make it out today. All right, we by getting those ass whippings at home, we knew, all right, well, shit. If I could slap box or take a body beating from my uncle on the play tip, like shit, I could rumble with another little motherfucker on the reel and come out cool.
100.
Right? So what happened was then you got all of these government entities that said no, you can't whip your child, or no, you can't do this, you can't do that. So they lost the mechanism of two men having disagreement, knuckling up, and then at the end of the day walking away and saying, all right, bro, listen, you got me. And next time you saw him, you either rumbled him again or y'all was cool.
100.
So we lost that. And it wasn't necessarily a demasculation thing. It was more so of a breakdown in the family structure. Because now you told the family, you told children that your mom, that your dad, that your uncle, that your aunt, that your grandparent aren't allowed to put that strap to the legs to straighten you up. So
100.
you lost
100.
You lost
100.
that facet of life that told you, okay, I can take a little ass whipping and get up tomorrow and do life all over again. Now it's like, well, no, I'm not taking a fight. I'm not fighting. I'm not losing. I'm not getting knocked out. I'm not getting dropped because of my pride and my ego. So that started at home when the government stepped in and told us we couldn't spank our kids no more.
I'm gonna keep it 100, yo. So a lot of you know, I went to boarding school in Nigeria, and like it is just so alarming how when I was in Nigeria, how well obedient a lot of kids were, and what he just said is, bro, literally, now is like they're stopping like the elderly people in the household or person ordering your aunt or your uncle to be able to discipline the kids. Hence, more activity, more bad behavior. But it's so funny, if I date back to when I was in Nigeria, the kids were so well disciplined and so well behaved because it did not matter. Bro, if you was at a store and you a kid and you over there acting up, a random person could put that fire on you, beat your ass in front of the whole store. Because that's what it is. Like discipline, like that type of discipline is heavy in Nigeria. To the point where it's like, damn, it goes a long way. It goes in like, it's making me understand it more now. This is what we are missing here. And like for example, bro, when I was in Nigeria, I had a fight with my teacher. I fought my teacher. I was in 4th grade. Teacher came to me. I don't know what happened. He was in a bad mood. We in the middle of class, bro. We in the middle of class. Teacher walk up to me. He tried to smack me. I ducked it. He missed a little bit. So then after that, you tripping? We got rock. Yeah, we rocking. I'm 14, rumbling a grown man. But let's just put that in instance, family. In America, some shit like that happened. News. The like all this bad stuff happening. But in Nigeria, you know what happened? The other teacher from the other room just came and broke it up. Bro, he later apologized to me. But yo, teacher came, broke it up, and we continue class.
You know what that is though, bro? Again, that goes back to time. Nigeria, you said when you were 14. When you were 14, how many years ago was that?
Literally 15 years ago.
Okay. So, Nigeria 15 years ago was in a time and space that we in the United States were in back in the 80s.
Ew!
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, that's so true.
Because of technology and because of advancement and because of, all the so-called social advances, you know what I mean, it's pushed us further away from where we started. You know what I mean? Listen, let's not get it twisted. Every generation has his shit. This generation fucked up on opioids. 1990s, my generation, it was crack cocaine. So those kind of things have always been around, but we've been able to manage them because of our community, the way the community was ran. And as technology and advances in technology continue to change the world, we get further away from where we started. And that's where our problems come in at, getting away from tradition.
I I like that. I like that because one thing I noticed when I was in Nigeria is how delayed they were. When I was in Nigeria, yo, that is crazy. One thing I noticed the most was, yo, how delayed they were and how, like, I'm like, damn, they starting to do this now? This was in our generation. We was doing this 5 years ago. But 5 years of getting here now, it's popping. And, like, and that goes so far in a lot of things. Like, for example, I was living in Miami, Florida. When I was living in Miami, Florida, that's when I came straight from Delaware, and I drove to Miami, Florida, 17-hour drive off of like Four Monsters, tall cans, the tall boys. Four Monsters got there. But long story short, I never seen nobody drink Celsius. This was in 2022. I went to Florida, everybody drinking Celsius. Then come find out, Florida manufactures Celsius in Boca Raton. So, to the point where then when I came back to Delaware, now everybody drinking Celsius. But when I left and I was there, and I was in Florida for a year or some change. So long story short, that's another thing. Even though an area like this, like, for example, Florida was a year ahead of us. Literally a year ahead of us. Because when I left, nobody was drinking Celsius. I work out, bro. I work out and I stay in the gym. And I'm in there. Y'all know how I'm in there. I didn't see nobody drinking it. A year later, it was popping in Florida. A year later, I come back. Everybody on it now, too. So let's talk about that. That's tough. That's tough. But yo, family, I want to say one thing. Real quick. This is very alarming to me, and it's something I'm going to keep saying in all my videos. I will never, ever sell my soul. Period. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I would never sell my soul.
It's not yours to sell.
100. Mark 8:36. He said, "What benefit is it to you to acquire the whole world but lose your soul?" Ain't no benefit. That's both. Stop waiting till the last minute to start your fitness journey when everything goes bad. Start your fitness journey now and turn your life around to 360 for the better.